mhlawumbe yena owashoyo njalo lamagama mhlawumbe yena owashoyo nje lamagama ugogo uthi awuqaleleli mhlawumbe yena oshoyo wemulu aso
What are the stories that we do not hear from those who do not have a platform to speak? South Africa is a nation fraught with a history of racial disparity. Despite apartheid coming to an end in 1994, those oppressed by the system still suffer from the lasting socio-economic effects as racist ideologies remain pervasive within society. A range of speakers native to South Africa, as well as migrants and refugees from Zimbabwe, Malawi, Nigeria, and Congo, were given an open prompt to talk about their lives and humanitarian issues they have faced. Here are their stories.
Good afternoon, my name is Bobby, and today I'm going to be telling you about my experiences living in South Africa. The people in South Africa are very loving, good people. I've met some very wonderful friends, work colleagues, and I moved in South Africa a very long time ago, years ago, with my family. So I actually went to school here from primary, high school to first level, and now I'm working. And I came here to get a better education. But nonetheless, Zimbabwe still has one of the best education systems in the world.
I'm Namandla. About my life, what I can say just in shortly, I am a mother of kids and I live with my parent for now. So what I can say, years back when I was growing up, I got out of school. I didn't finish my matric. I was in grade 11. So the problem was, the reason why I got out of school is that I was in an arranged marriage, of which I noticed a bit late that no, this is not my life. Actually, I'm supposed to fulfill my dreams. And then I got out of that abusive arranged marriage. I sat with my parents and then told them, no, I'm not gonna go through with this. So it was a bit late to be at school, so I went to college, Coastal College in Durban. That's where I did my electrical infrastructure and construction, which is electricity. It took me 2 years, so to further my studies, because of the money, I didn't go through with it. So
not in that way, like how people are putting it today. Like it was like on those days, on the apartheid time, it was only the bad things that are happening. There were bad things, but there were things that they were good. It was up to the people which how you take the opportunities you had, because there were opportunities at that time, although they were not like. The only thing I blame apartheid with is the way that we treated each other. Like for an example, like I'm black. We didn't have that communication between the black and white. That's the only thing that I blame. About the opportunities that they had their opportunities. Like I didn't finish school, but I won't blame it to an apartheid, because there were schools on that time, and my parents, they were affording to take me to those schools. I'm the reason why I didn't finish school, not because of the apartheid. Yeah, so it's not that which apartheid brought only the bad things to the people.
Okay, what I can say about the government that we're living in, like now, it has failed us. The government have failed us. But what I can say is that, especially we as black people, we have to get out there, and there are opportunities. All we need, we have to engage to things, and just the government, even the government, he wouldn't take the money and say, here is 10,000, we're just giving it to you. You have to go out there, work for it. Because, I think that we're supposed to do so that we can see that we can't rely on things. We just have to stand up for ourselves and do things for ourselves. So that our kids, our parents will be proud, even if we don't have those kind of millions. But I think it's there. Yeah.
Ndiponso tu family yanga yose mkazi wanga ana anga ena ali ku Malawi akungokhala woka kopanda ine bambo wawo nabwera kunoko kuti mwina mwake.
Ruben is saying that he came here for two purposes. He came, first of all, he tried to think of how to support his own family because he's coming from a very poor family. Again, he thought of how the welfare of his parents, because they are also very poor. They are old and they are also very poor. That's why he came up to his mind that I must go to South Africa and look for something to support his family and his parents as well.
Those working under apartheid law were subject to extremely poor conditions, and many were abused by their so-called masters. Today's standards have not improved much for some, as many have sought refuge in South Africa in order to find a better life, only to be either unable to find work or exploited by employers. With the country now in lockdown due to COVID-19, they are not only unable to leave, they also do not have the funds to be able to do so.
Suzwenena ini yakuti kunyumba no nithandiza kucha palivyo nithandiza ku nchitu nigwira cha palivyo chitinthandiza kwa nikuza ku South Africa nisuzika ukongwa.
Okay. He says this one has got a very big problem because he's mentally been disturbed because since he came here, has never found access to help people home. So he's very confused. He's starving, no food, no proper place to stay. So he's in big problems.
And he hasn't got money. That's why he came here, to get money to send home.
Yes.
And he can't send it home.
He can't find job.
My father, we and our father, we lived in a farm.
Baba washona ngo-1955.
And then my father died in 1955.
Kwasho ukuthi umlungu weplaza wathi fanele masibuye kuze thina sosebenza masingezosebenza kusho ukuthi indawo yasiphelela.
Since he was the employee of the farm, we have to quit school and then go to work on his place at the farm, because once we didn't do that, we won't get any place to sleep.
By
that way, we left school and then went to do his work.
Ngangiphakathi no standard 5 ngayeka ngawo June ngisafunda standard 5.
I was in, I think it's by that time it was Form 5. That's where I left and then started working.
Ngaleyo ndlela ke sahamba ke sasebenza kwakunzima sihlakula umoba nowatela.
It was very tough. We have to go and help in the sugar cane farm. That's where we used to work.
Sashola upondo usheleni ngelanga.
The money that we get by the time at the end of our job is 10 cents. Yeah, 10 cents.
Namhlanje 10 cents usheleni ngelanga.
Yeah.
Kupondo neshumi ngenyanga.
A month it was 2 rand.
3 rand.
3 rand, yeah.
3 rand ngenyanga.
Chifukwa chake ndalama ikutani ikundisowa ntchito ndiyovuta ndalama imwe nimalandira kunoko imwe nimagwira ndiyochepa.
So he says he has been here now for 10 years without going back home to see his parents and to even to see his own kids, because when he came here, he thought maybe he will find a better job, a better job. We can have more money to support the family home, support the kids. But very unfortunately, when he came here, the job which he found is that the pay is very low, small amount. So it's not able to go back home to visit the parents, to visit the kids. So that when he has stayed here for 10 years without going there to see the parents and the kids.
I came in South Africa, it's in 2010. I was 18 years old. I left all my family, my mom and my dad was passed away in 2009, and my mom is there. She's the other side of my country, in Bushmai. Yeah, and then I come here just to have a better life.
And did you have you found it to be a better life?
Not really. I found myself in a bad situation, which I cannot even have. I can't be able to go back DRC Congo as long
Because of war?
Yes, but for now we have a new president, which there is a process of getting better in the country, but we don't know when things are going to be ready for us.
You mean because of COVID you can't go back?
Just because of COVID, yeah, because of COVID.
Then I can be better. But coming here, I've been also in problems to find a job. I couldn't find a job. Then, okay, last year I had a job when I saved only 5 months. 5 months in March, it's when now the lockdown came again. Then I went I put myself back again into big problem where I had nothing. Lockdown, I had nothing. I had nobody to support except Ruben sometimes, because he used to support me, to give me food. Yeah, because we are related somehow. We are coming from home, so he used to support me now and then. As I'm still now, I'm not working, I'm just staying. So, but now I'm deciding if I can go back home, it can be better. But I'm trying to think myself, if I go back home, I don't have a house. The same problem. That means my problem is just problem after the other problem after the other. So I don't know what to do. But if someone can assist me having access to build a house, I can just go back home now. Because here there's nothing now. There's nothing.
The same still problem, we can go inside problem. So no povila apa basuzga ko wonke zakatingeni garutanga. Kamba binandita.
Now he's thinking that since he came here, he never found a better life. Now he's just deciding if I can have access, it's better going back home.
Okay.
Yeah, because of this type of racism here, to find a job for him is difficult. So as a result, he's been living in a very difficult situation. All the same, if he can find access of going back home, he just decided to go back home.
Shame. Okay.
Iglass noma inkomishi.
If anything breaks, like a cup of tea or a saucer or a plate, that is, I know that I'm in a very big trouble.
Uzothatha ispoon lesesikhulu agovuza ngaso isobho. Umesisi.
And then the madam will take a big spoon for a soup.
Agovuza isobho leshisa isobho.
While the soup is hot and stirring the pot,
Angishaye ngaso ekhanda.
she will bang me in my head.
Athi ikhanda lami ligcwele amanzi njengopumpkin.
And then she will say my head is full of water like a pumpkin.
Abuza athi uyangizwa uthi ngithini, ngithi yebo ngiyezwe. Athi angisho njengaye, ngisho ngithi ngiyezwa ikhanda lami ligcwele amanzi njengopumpkin, njengobusho nje.
And then she will say while she beats me in my head and say, repeat after me. My head is full of water like a pumpkin. By the time she would repeatedly hit my head.
Kwakunzima kakhulu.
It was tough.
Wayesizwa ukuthi achame ukuze amyeke ngoba wayeshawa ngemvubu, shamboka, eshawa ngeshamboka. Kuthi ke mayesechama-ke bese ayamyeke ukumshaya.
They will beat him with the shambok until he urinates. He will make sure that he will always urinate so that they can let go of him. If he didn't urinate, they will keep on beating him.
Despite apartheid coming to an end, racial animosity still pervades the country. Unrest with the black-run ANC government efforts to address inequality has led to increased tensions, and farm killings have provided white South Africans with perceived justification to shun black movements towards equality. Many affluent whites are still unaware of the atrocious living conditions of those in poverty as a result of being stripped of everything from the 50-year reign of apartheid. Racism in many forms is illegal by law in South Africa, but, as is the case all over the world, it still permeates everyday life.
Now, Stephen, here we are in South Africa. So how did you end up being in South Africa? And is it South Africa a lovely country to you, or is it just a place where you can make money and go?
South Africa is a lovely country. It's a very, very, very lovely country. But the citizens, they are not accommodative. They are somehow biased, hatred. They are not lovely. If they see, especially when they see their African brother, they get irritated, like they have come to take the benefit from them.
Since I was born, there is white people here in South Africa and we are black. We didn't have the chance to grow up with them, to know them as our brothers. We were looking at each other. They were looking at us like, something else. We were looking at them like the kids that they don't like us because of our color, things like that.
I mean, we are happy as we become free by 1994, when Mandela was freeing us, because he's the one who was in charge of freedom. So everybody seemed to be positive. Things look working well, though there are those who are still left behind. But as time goes on, we think all of them are going to come right. We are happy with what's going on. Let's hope everything is going to come right. Though it won't come right now, but in a way we want it to be. But hopefully everything is going to be okay, because most of the people are positive. They are showing eagerness that they want us to be together, to live peacefully.
Okay, how's the treatment between black and white?
When you met white, South Africa white, their mentality are so different from the black. They appreciate people around them. They're caring. They are very, very caring. They are very nice, modern. Black and the Indians. The Indians, South Africa, they just want to use you, and dump you. After they don't have any, they just want you to be useless to them, to just be their slave forever. India, South Africa.
Na anandimangira popo ndrama inatira kuti kumene yose ngazi wanga nata anaitenga it's kupitiso.
He says coming here is just because our country is poor. Where we're coming is the country is poor. But to say the truth, our country is a peaceful country. The people at home is a very lovely country. But only that we are poor. That's why we came here to look for something to motivate our villages. But the people of here in South Africa, they are not the same as the people of our home. The people of South Africa are violent people. they don't like peace. In times of xenophobic, as for his saying, he lost everything. And it came a time when he was also arrested because of other problems. Maybe he was lacking some papers, because in order to have papers, you need to have money to pay. So he didn't afford to have papers to stay. So the police had to arrest him. So the lit which he had in the house, he spent also the whole money to pay to the police. So as for him, it has been a very difficult time.
Kodwa ke sasingazi thina, sasicabanga ukuthi uNkulunkulu usinikelile kubelungu ukuthi nje abenze noma yini abayithandayo. Sasingazi ukuthi kanti afanelekile.
We didn't know anything. We were still young, and we just thought that it's just God that has led us to the white people so that they can do anything to us. We didn't know anything, and there was nothing we can do at that time, because everything was it was them who were there to give us whatever that they do.
Angazi ukuthi ngingatheni nje, sikhule kabuhlungu nje kanjalo nje, sikhula ngishawa, uma sesingala uyangishaya, umfowethu naye ngala uyashawa ngala.
We grew up very hard.
Abaningi nje ababesebenza kulona kulelo plaza babeshawa, hayi kwakuthina sodwa.
It wasn't the only us. A lot of people who were there were beaten. It was a very hard experience.
The struggle against racism and poverty continues every day for many in South Africa. The already struggling communities have been devastated by COVID-19, with even less work available and little support from the government. Despite a history of humanitarian atrocities that have created an enormous socio-economic divide, many still see themselves lucky to have the sparse opportunities they have had. Normalised desegregation for the country's youth points towards a brighter future, but the existing tension between the drive towards equality and the white minority resisting on what to them is perceivably justified grounds highlights that there is still much to be done.